Hey everyone, and welcome to our latest episode of Amy Interviews. Today I'm joined by Grace Vella, as you can see. She's a big inspiration of mine, and I've been waiting to talk to her for a while, so it's great to have her on here today.
Oh, thank you.
Grace played football for teams such as Liverpool and Man City, studied psychology, and took a career change when she went to become an entrepreneur and set up the brand Miss Kick, and we'll hear all about it today. Grace, you are very welcome to the series today.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much for having me, Amy. That was really kind of you and kind words you said about Miss Kick and myself. So really excited to be interviewed by you today.
It's great, thank you. Um, I'll jump into the first question. Um, can you just give me a brief insight into the background of Miss Kick and where the idea for the brand came from?
Absolutely. So as you mentioned, I grew up playing football. Just started playing for my local team, like everyone does, but was very fortunate to play for like Liverpool and Manchester City in my youth, and
Mm,
I loved it. Loved the sport. Loved what it gave me. I had loads of friends, had loads of memories, but I often felt like as a girl there was nothing really designed for me or specific to me that inspired me. I used to shop a lot in the boys section. A lot of the media representation online and on TV was all very much targeted at boys. So
mm,
when I got released from City at 18 and went to uni, I was very I wanted to get back into the space, into football, and so had the idea for Miss Kick for a while. Sat on it, was a bit nervous and apprehensive whether or not to give it a go, but wanted to try and change them experiences that I had growing up. So I thought the best way to do that is through designs on t-shirts. So literally bought a printer and was printing slogans that I designed on my laptop on t-shirts and took it around the UK, and it just seemed to really resonate with people, and people really liked what the brand stood for, and when they really related to my story, and they'd gone through that as well. So
mm.
it just sort of spurred me on. So it came from my background as a player, and as a young girl, and now it's turned into this business, which is crazy.
It's brilliant. It really resonates with me. I think even when I was younger, I'm 16 now. I think there wasn't enough opportunities. I think for girls, was there enough opportunities for you growing up playing football?
I think I was one of the lucky ones. So when because I grew up right next to a football pitch, I used to watch the boys play a lot, and
Mm,
I remember going to my dad. I was like, Dad, I want to play football. I want to play football, and there wasn't a local team, which a lot of girls will understand in my
yeah.
area. But my dad was like, do you know what? I will set your team up for you. So like, got my friends from school together, and he did that for me. Again, I had a really good experience playing for Liverpool and Manchester City, but I know for a lot of girls, there are like really like dense popular areas in the country
Mm,
whereby you have to travel hours and hours to get to training. Sometimes it was more around like if I went to a football camp or I was in school, it was the way I felt and the way I was treated, that I know if I wasn't as sort of confident as I was, a lot of girls drop out.
mm.
So I think it's definitely going in the right direction. I think when I was growing up compared to what's happening now with the BBC and it being on women's TV, and that's really exciting. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the same in Ireland as well. There's sure I play myself. I play still under 19s football at 16 because there's not enough girls, and then like you say, you have to travel to these big teams even in Ireland.
Yeah.
Some girls don't get the opportunities to play football and do what they love to do, like a huge passion of mine. The Miss Kick Foundation was set up this year.
Yes.
Could you give the listeners another insight into what the Miss Kick Foundation do?
Absolutely. So, as much as like I love Miss Kick and I
Mm,
love that we're a business, we're a brand, I really want to make sure that we have an opportunity to give back, because that was
yeah.
why Miss Kick was started. It was because I saw that there was a need, and like even from the beginning, we donate like £1 of every t-shirt. I think we started off doing to like local grassroots teams, and that was
Yeah.
buying them kit, it was buying them football equipment. Um, but as the business has grown, we were like, right, we need to structure it in a better way. And I always said to everyone involved in Miss Kick that we won't lose that special. That's what makes us special, and that's what's really important to me personally. So we're like, right, we're going to set up a charity, which is our Miss Kick Foundation, and this is all about removing them barriers that girls and women experience in sport and in football to play, whether they want to go and play for England or play for the national team, or if they want to just have a kick about with their friends in the park or go watch football. Like, we don't want there to be any barriers or girls to be put off getting involved. So that's what the charity's for. We've got an amazing trustee board. There's 6 trustees that we've appointed, and yeah, it's very early days for it, but I'm really looking forward to going to the new year and seeing what amazing work we can do.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think as well as that, the Miss Kick Foundation, I'm lucky enough to be a Miss Kick ambassador, and it's absolutely brilliant. And on the app, we all, just even not just talking about football, talking about, it can be anything, school. It's a community. How important has community been for the development of Miss Kick?
Oh, it's been incredible. We have a saying in the office upstairs, like, community comes first in everything that we do. With no community, we don't have a brand, we don't have anything. So, and I think it's probably my most enjoyable part of the business is getting to obviously connect with the likes of yourself, connect with girls from, it's all over the world now, as you know. We've got girls in America, in Ireland, in Australia. It's crazy. But community is everything to us as a brand. Like, that's why we're here. We want to bring girls together. We want them to create a safe space for them to feel like they can be themselves. And like you say, it isn't just about football, but it's a safe space for them to talk about maybe problems at school. Or I think one of the girls, Olivia, who runs the community, was telling me someone was getting help on the maths questions the other day.
Yeah,
I was like,
know
this is
everything.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
So yeah, it's really, really important to the brands and to myself, definitely.
Yeah, it's a shared passion. I think it comes back down to the football. It's a shared passion for everyone that's involved. Even for myself, like, I've been playing football for 8 years, and we're all kind of on the younger side, so it's great to just relate to all those girls in the group chats. Do you have any advice for people like myself, for people who are listening, young teenage girls, young teenage boys, anyone, for just achieving their goals, like yourself? Like, I think you're 24.
Yeah, I'm 24.
It's
25
brilliant.
next week.
Oh, really?
So,
Happy early birthday. It's brilliant how much you've achieved at such a young age. So any advice?
Advice, I would definitely say, whatever you go for in life, make sure it's something that you're passionate about and you really care about. I think you definitely excel in things that you find enjoyable. So for me, in Miss Kick, it's obviously because it comes from that background of football, and that's what drives me. So I think in order to achieve great things, you've got to put in hard work. I don't think anyone's ever achieved anything like in greatness unless they've been willing to get up early and graft and sort of come up against some barriers that you will inevitably experience. Like, people look at Miss Kick and see it as this big successful business, but there's been so many ups and downs, and that can knock your confidence sometimes. So I think if you have a real passion for it, that's what keeps you going. So that would always be my biggest advice. And then I always say to people, try and find people who can support you, who've been there and done it before. So I've been very fortunate, again, along my journey, because I came into business and into building a brand in clothing quite naively. So I didn't have that experience, but I was able to have that confidence to reach out to people and ask for help. So I've got lots of amazing mentors and advisors who've had that lived experience, who can give it back to me. So always try and reach out. And I think sometimes when we want to achieve things, like, you want to get that end goal, but just focus every single day on doing one thing that can get you to achieve that, because it can seem quite overwhelming, like setting up a business or becoming a professional footballer or whatever it is you want to do. It can be quite overwhelming. So I say, break it up into little chunks. So if you want to set up a business, what's your name of your business? Have you got your domain for your website? What's your logo going to look like? And then when you sort of tick it off along the way, and then that builds confidence over time. So definitely trying to break it down to manageable chunks, and not just seeing it as this big one thing, because I know I've been guilty of that in the past, and it can be quite overwhelming. So they'd be like my three top tips.
Yeah, it's such about a positive mindset, I think, as well, and working hard. It's brilliant. The women's football, I think Katie McCabe became the new Miss Kick athlete. It's brilliant. Yeah. She Irish captain, so it's someone definitely I really look up to.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. What are your hopes for, Miss Kick and the future of women's football?
So fingers crossed, I really believe in how women's football is going to grow across the world. So I'm sure you being in Ireland will have seen its growth. So it's a really exciting time for young girls coming through now. I'm almost a bit jealous that I'm not maybe 5 or 6 and I've got this sort of this pathway. But it's the best thing for the sport. And for Miss Kick, I just want to keep doing what we're doing, really, and as many girls as possible. I think one of my particular goals is to really try and grow in America. So you'll know, like, it's a big market. It's huge over there. So we've got some plans next year to hopefully do a bit of mist kicking out there. So it is honestly just to see how far we could get it. Like I say, it's come from a very place of passion and just wanting to make a difference. So as long as we're doing that, we're connecting with girls, we're getting good positive feedback, creating the best products we can. That's sort of the goal for Miss Kick. And with the charity, again, it's just about reaching as many girls as possible and inspiring as many of them to play football.
Yeah, it's a global movement, and it's definitely going in the right direction. 100%.
Thank you.
Bit of fun, the quick fire round.
Let's go.
Okay, they're just very lighthearted questions. Just answer honestly as you can.
Okay.
Okay, question 1. What kind of music do you listen to when you're exercising?
Ooh, I love a bit of like Drake, Chris Brown. He's sort of my go-to. So they'd be my answers.
Yeah. Your biggest inspiration or hero?
Oh, do you know what? It's probably a bit of a cliche thing to say, but my mum and dad, like they inspire me so much. Like, I'm from a very normal family, very normal background, but they made sure when I was playing football that they traveled absolutely everywhere and made sure any opportunities that I wanted, I was able to take them, even if it was difficult for the family or whatnot. And the way they've done that for me, that inspires me, and that's why I work so hard every day, because I want to be able to give back to them for what they've done for me. So they're my role models for sure.
Your happiest memory?
Oh, my happiest memory. Oh,
yeah.
This is a really tough one.
Yeah.
Let me have a think.
It could
There's
be
so many.
Could be in terms of your footballing career, your studies are brilliant.
Yeah, I think one of my biggest happiest memories, and it's probably a bit more reflective, is I remember being at uni and I had Miss Kit going on alongside, and I was a bit unsure about what I wanted to do, and I went to a careers fair. I did, like you said, I did psychology at uni, a bit randomly, loved it, but didn't really see a career in it. And I walked into the careers fair and looked around, and there was all these different opportunities for psychology students. And 1 minute I was like, this isn't for me, walk back out the door. I rang my mum and I was like, yep, so we're doing Miss Kick. Miss Kick's going to be my thing now when I leave uni. And like, if I hadn't took that leap, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I think that was one of my happiest memories when I look back.
It's so good. Sorry, what's one thing you're looking forward to for going into 2022?
Oh, definitely the Women's Euros. So that's in England. Are you going to be coming over or trying to get involved?
I don't know. You never know.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'd love to.
Us, yeah, it's going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible for the country, for us as a brand. So we've got some really exciting plans lined up for that, which I can't share just yet. But really excited just to see how women's football, I really think it's going to help it take off here in England. So I'm excited to see how that happens next year for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait. If you had to choose 3 values that were most important to you, what would they be?
I love your accent, Tree.
Tree, yeah.
I would say determination. So I think that's something really important to me. Like I say, in anything in life, things go wrong and you've just got to keep going. So that's definitely one.
Yeah.
I'd say I'd like to say, like, what else can I say? So I'd say determination. I think self-belief. I'd probably have that in there. And again, this isn't something like no matter what they say, feels like they can take on the world every single day. Like, that's not normal. Like, that's not normal at all. But it's just about trying to back yourself and taking risks. So I think like educated risks. But I think especially when you're our age and I don't have like a family or I don't know how, I think I've got nothing to lose, so I may as well just go for it and just keep going. So that's self-belief is definitely something really important to me. And I'd say passion. So I think when I look back on my life, I've always picked and done things because it's something that I like to do. I often, when I do things I don't like, I can tell and I'm like, oh, this isn't for me. So I think whether it was playing football or going to uni to do psychology, because I loved that and found that interesting, or doing Miskick, or even within the business itself. Like I'm trying to, because obviously you'll see like the team's grown recently. We've got like six staff now, so I'm really trying to figure out like where my position is in the business, and how I feel good, that knows I'm doing something that I like. So definitely trying to live by what I enjoy, because life's too short to be doing things that you don't want to do. So that's also really important to me.
It's such a great message to finish off the quick fire round there. Such a positive message. I think it comes back to being, I think, just positive and upbeat, just to, just go and achieve those dreams, you that's it. You only live once,
Yeah,
Brilliant.
Definitely.
I don't know if you prepared. I have a 2 truths and a lie question.
Yes.
I can read out for the video again. If you could come up with 2 truths and 1 lie about yourself, I'll see if I can guess the lie correctly, and then we can just have a chat about the result.
Okay. I'm not a good liar. I'm too honest.
Neither am I. Hands up.
So I don't like milk.
Okay.
I met Lionel Messi when I went to Barcelona and got a picture with him. And I used to be a bartender on Hollyoaks on TV.
Wow. They're good ones. They are. The lie. The Messi.
Yeah.
Is that the lie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. You were on Hollyoaks.
Yeah, so random. Yeah, so when I was at uni, I used to do a bit of like extra work. So I was like in the bar. You never saw me. You'd see like a hand or like the back of my head. I'm like, that's me. That's me. But yeah, I used to do that part time, which is a bit crazy.
That's brilliant. You've done so much. I loved the TikTok live, by the way, and that quote on the pic, the in the frame.
Yeah.
Brilliant quote.
I love that. That was given as a gift to me and the team from one of our mentors, because we are a young team at Miskick. I think the average age of us is like 23, 24, and we're running a business. So, but I think that age shouldn't be a barrier. Like you can, if you work hard and you put in them hours, like you can go and achieve things. So yeah, you're never too young to change the world. Is what, when you walk into the office, it's just there. So the TikTok live was interesting as well. I was actually really, really nervous. Yeah. But I think it went down quite well.
Oh, it was brilliant.
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, loved it.
Oh, good.
Grace, it was brilliant to chat with you today. Thanks so much for taking the time. Best of luck with everything in the future, and hopefully we'll meet someday in person.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I know with Kate McCabe and stuff, we're looking to get over to Ireland next year to do some filming and things. So fingers crossed we can do something over in Ireland. But thank you so much, Amy, for everything that you do. I know you've been with Miskick for a few years, and you've always stuck by us, and like just flying that flag over in Ireland, it's fantastic. And like I said, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, like we've been nothing without the community and the girls who support us. So thank you for doing this, and you're unbelievable at presenting. Is this what you want to go into?
I don't know. I really enjoy the whole journalism and the things, but yeah, I don't really know. I love psychology as well. So
yeah, it's so interesting. Yeah. Well, like I say, do what you enjoy the most, and but you're really, really good at it. Well done.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.